Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet. So if that interests you, please sit back and watch this video because today, my friends, I offer another episode of Spin the Wheel for a Beanie, Friendship Edition. So, the significance about the Friendship Edition is that it is a series within the series. So, I am going to create this series by reaching out to my friends on the YouTube streets as well as my friends on the other side of the screen here, and I'm going to be asking them one very important question. What is your favorite stitch? And they're going to tell me, and of course with their permission, I'm going to go ahead and put their name and their stitch on the wheel, and we're going to spin for stitches, we're going to make the beanie, and we're going to do all the things. And in each episode, I'm going to remove the ones we've used, and I will add the new ones coming in. And who knows, maybe one day you'll find your name on here. So, for episode 1, I do have to tell you that I put my very best friend on the wheel. She is here in green. She's my mother. So I went to Ma and I said, "Hey Ma, what is your favorite stitch?" She said, "Juan, I don't have just one stitch. I have two." And I'm not budging. I said, "Okay, Ma, what are they?" And so she said single and double crochet because she said every good project has one, the other, or both. So I put it on there for Ma. Single and double crochets in green. That's Ma right there. So let's move on with the wheel. Next here, and I repeated this, is the dot. It is my choice. So I may come across stitches in this project, friends, that I may need a stitch to make it cohesive. So I went ahead and put that on there in hopes that maybe I'll have it to use at my discretion to just make sure that our beanie looks the best it can be. So next on the wheel here is Jen. She's a friend on the YouTube streets. She's one of my moderators on Facebook, as well as a friend in real life. So Jen, I asked her, and her stitch is the half double cluster stitch. Okay. Next is Nancy over at She's Got Yarn. You guys knew I was going to put her on here. She's my sister from another mister. And I asked her, and she gave me two. And so I went ahead and put both of them on there. Just because I like this one so much. I love this stitch. This is the extended single crochet. At one time, friends, I really didn't care for the stitch, but it's grown on me. I love it. So I put it on there and gave Nancy the name for that one. Next, Steph. She's a friend of mine on this side of the screen. I said, "Hey, Steph, what are your stitches?" And she said, "Juan, I don't have one. But here they are." So the front post and back post double crochet are her favorite stitches. So I put both of them on there, and I made a symbol for that, front and back post double crochet. Next is Mishy. So Mishy is a friend of mine. She is another sister from another mister, and she's got her own channel here on YouTube as well, Mishy's Crochet Nook. I'm going to make sure to include my sister's channels in the description box. Both Nancy and Mishy. So, but hers is the crossed half double crochet stitch. And honestly, I've never worked a project with that stitch. So I'm super excited to possibly land on that and educate myself and create the project with that stitch. I'm super excited. Next is Kathy, friend of mine on this side of the screen, and her favorite stitch is the half double crochet. We have Mom, we have the dot, and then we have me. I have a favorite stitch too, friends, and it is the half double cluster stitch as well. So I put that on there. And then I have Nancy on here again because this is one that she likes. Now, the one that I included down here is the one that I really, really liked, and I didn't want it to be all about Juan. I didn't want it to be the Juan show. So I put her on here twice because this one here, in all fairness, is one that I really enjoy too. So Nancy has the double herringbone on here. So she's got two on there. Next is Chrissy, a friend of mine on this side of the screen, and her favorite, as well as Steph, is the front and back post double crochet. So I just went ahead and did that. And next is Diana. So Diana's one of my mods on my Facebook Lives, and you see her on the YouTube streets. She's known as Double Crochet Diana. And yeah, she's also a friend of mine on this side of the screen as well. And her favorite stitch is the V stitch, right there in blue. And next we have Heather. So Heather is another friend on this side of the screen, and I asked her, and her favorite stitch is the half double crochet. And you know what? The funny thing about asking people what their favorite stitches are is that a lot of people like the same kinds of stitches. And so even though there are repeats on here, it's really cool to see how many people like the same kinds of stitches. So yeah, without further ado, my friends, we're going to spin for 5 stitches. Okay? So 5 stitches we're going to spin for. Let me just get a good angle. I have all the lights happening here. Okay, so 5 stitches. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me start on the dot here. And let's go spin for the first stitch. Here goes nothing. Yes, I'm so happy we have that. Okay, so we have the dot. Let me write that down, the dot. Perfect. All right, I can breathe a sigh of relief. Okay, the second stitch, my friends. So Steph, so she's got the front and the back post double crochet. Let me write that down. Steph, and she's got the front and back post double crochet. Okay. Next, let's spin for the third stitch. We have Mom. So we have the single and the double crochet. She's going to be happy to know that her slice came up. Okay. So we have 3 down, 2 to go. Here goes nothing. Okay, so Steph already came up. We're going to spin again. Mom already came up, so we're going to spin again. Nancy has the extended single crochet. Okay. Nancy extended single crochet. Okay, and now we're going to spin for the 5th and final stitch. Here goes nothing. So Heather came up. She's going to be happy to see this. So Heather has the half double crochet. So Heather, half double. Okay, so this is what we have. We have Steph with the front and the back post double crochets, and then we have the dot, which is going to be amazing. Then we have Mom's single and double crochet. Then we have Nancy's extended single crochet. And then we have Heather's half double. That's amazing. Okay, so with us having the dot, I can create something that will kind of give it a nice little twist. We'll see. Okay, so we have our stitches. Let's jump to the tutorial table, and I shall see you on the other side. Okay, friends, here we are at the tutorial table. And so just to recap the stitches one more time, we have the front and the back post double crochet. We have the dot here. We also have the single and the double crochet. We have the extended single crochet. And then we have the half double crochet. Okay? And the yarn we will be using is Cakes Splash. It's that new yarn from Ice Yarns. It is a medium 4-weight yarn, but feel free to use whatever 4-weight yarn you'd like. And the hook that we will be using for this tutorial is a 6mm crochet hook, otherwise known as a US letter J. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that we need to do, friends, is we need to create a slip knot on our hook. Let me zoom in a little bit. However you do this is absolutely fine, so long as the end result is that. Okay? And so from here, what we need to do is chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to insert our hook into the first chain, draw up a loop, and slip to close. Let's tighten that up. Okay, now we have a circle here. And what we want to do is we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 12 double crochets in the circle here. Just like this. Yarn over, go into the circle, draw up a loop, yarn over, go over through 2, and then go through 2. Just like that. Let's do it one more time. Yarn over, go in the circle, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, and then go through 2. So I have 3 so far. I'm going to pause the video, do 12, and come right back. Okay, friends, so I have 12 double crochets here. The variegation, the colors, and I'll make it a little difficult to see, but there's 12 double crochets here. And what you want to do is you want to take the tip of your crochet hook and go into that very first double crochet of the round. And you want to draw up a loop and slip to close. And the next thing that you want to do now is chain 1 to start round 2. Okay, so there's your chain 1 and there's your double crochet. This is going to be linked together as one stitch, okay? But first what we need to do is we're going to go into the stitch we just came out of, which is right here. Let me move that tail out of the way. Okay, so we're going to go in here with a double crochet, and then we're going to do a front post double crochet around this chain 1 and that double crochet. So go down and around, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Just like that. And then we're going to go into the next stitch with a regular double crochet, and this is the repeat. Double crochet, and then right downstairs in front of that stitch is going to be a front post double crochet. Just like that. Okay? So I'll do it one more time with you guys. It's going to be a regular double crochet, and then downstairs right in front here we're going to do a front post double crochet. So every stitch from the first round will wind up being a front post double crochet. Okay, so regular stitch, regular double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. Just like that. Okay, so continue doing that, my friends, and I will meet you at the end of round 2. Okay, friends, for round 2, you should have ended with a front post double crochet, 24 total stitches of the round. This is what the front looks like, and this is what the back looks like. Okay, so what we need to do now is connect the round. So we're going to go into that very first stitch. With our hook, we're going to draw a loop and slip to close, just like that. Okay, so for round 3, we need 36 total stitches. So we're going to start by chaining 1, and then we're going to go back into that stitch we just came out of with a double crochet. And then we're going to go into the next stitch with a regular double crochet. And then we're going to do a front post double crochet, carrying up that other front post from the previous row. Okay, so let's do that again. This is the repeat. So it's going to be a double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. Just like that. Do it one more time. So next is going to be a double crochet, and then a double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. And that is the repeat of the round, friends. So it's double, double front post, double, double front post, all the way around, 36 stitches, and I'll see you at the end of round 3. Okay friends, so here I am at the end of round 3 with 36 stitches, and you should have ended with a front post double crochet. And now what we need to do is join the round by going into the very first stitch of the round, inserting our crochet hook, drawing up a loop, and slipping to close. Now for round 4, friends, what we need is 48 stitches. So to start, what we're going to do is chain 1 and go back into that stitch we just came out of with a double crochet. Okay, so there's 1. And the next thing what we need to do is go downstairs and next door, and that needs to be a front post double crochet. So we're going to go from a regular double crochet to a front post double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go down and around, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. The next thing we need to do is to go next door here with a regular double crochet just above that front post there, and then now we need to go and do a front post double crochet. So let's do that again, and this is the repeat. So it's going to be double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to go downstairs and next door and do a front post double crochet just like that, and then we're going to do a double crochet and then a front post double crochet just like that. So I'm going to do it one more time, a little slower. So if you have to, by the way, move the stitch over so you can see where you need to go, okay? So next is a double crochet and then a front post double crochet. So it's going to be downstairs and next door here. Do a front post double crochet there, and then a double crochet, and then finally a front post. Okay, so that is the repeat. It's going to be a double, a front post, a double, and a front post. Okay, one more time just to be sure. So it's going to be a double crochet, a front post double crochet, then a double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. Okay, so continue doing that, my friends, and I shall see you at the end of this round here. 48 total stitches. I'll see you at the end. Okay friends, so here we are at the end of round 4. I ended with a front post double crochet. I'm just going to back this up just a little bit, and let me just give you a visual of what this looks like. Just give you some side angles here. Love this. What we're creating is called a ribbed crown. So this is the outside and this is the inside. Okay, so that's where we're at so far. 48 stitches, round 4. And what we need to do is close the round. So we're going to go into this very first stitch here. We're going to pick up the hook and go through that stitch, draw up a loop, slip to close, and chain 1 to begin the next round. So for round 5 we need a total of 60 stitches. So to accomplish that, what we need to do is we're going to go into the stitch we just came out of with a double crochet very carefully. There we go, double crochet, and then now what we're going to do is do a front post. We're going to carry up this front post from the previous row. So front post double crochet, and then next door here we're going to do a regular double crochet, and then a regular double crochet, and then a front post double crochet just like that. So I'm going to do that again. So we're going to move this stitch over so we can see where we're going here. So it's going to be a double crochet and then a front post double crochet, and then a double crochet right next door here, and then a double crochet in the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do it one more time. No talking, so you can actually watch what I'm doing. Okay. So now I'm going to talk through the next one. So it's going to be a regular double crochet, then a front post, then a regular double crochet, a regular double crochet next to that one, and then a front post double crochet. So continue doing that, my friends, and I'll see you at the end of round 5. You're going to need a total of 60 stitches. Okay? I'll see you in a second. Okay, friends, so here I am at the end of round 5, and so to close off the round we need to go to that first stitch of the round there, insert our hook, drop a loop, slip to close. And so we're not going to increase any further. This is literally going to be it. 60 stitches for the rounds will be our magic number. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm looking at the stitches. I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a round of half double crochets in every stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 and go into the stitch we just came out of with a half double crochet, just like that. And we're going to do that in every stitch of the round. So for round 6, it's going to be half double crochets in every stitch of the round, 60 stitches. Okay, so continue doing this. I'll see you at the end of round 6, 60 stitches of the half double crochet. Okay. Okay, friends, so here we are at the end of round 6. We have 60 stitches all the way around. And so what we need to do is we need to close off round 6 by going into that first stitch here with our crochet hook. We're going to draw a loop, slip to close, and chain 1. So for round 7, we're going to go ahead and do the extended single crochet, but here's the twist. We're going to go ahead and do it and picking up the second and the third loop. So here's the top of your stitch. You have the front loop and the back loop. So if you tilt this towards you just ever so slightly, there's a third loop there in the back. So when you work your stitch, you're going to insert your hook in the top here, go inside the stitch and out the back, and you're going to pick up that third loop. Okay? And the front loop will still be left intact there. And what's going to happen is it's going to create a nice little ridge on the front. Okay? So let's start in this first stitch here. We've chained 1 already. So what we're going to do is for the extended single crochet, we're going to go in the top of this very first stitch right here. It's a little tight because we're just coming back into that stitch. We just came out of it. So we're going to go into the stitch and pick up that third loop in the back there. So that's the second loop and the third loop. Okay? So we're going to draw that loop. We're going to yarn over, go just through the 1 loop there, and then we're going to yarn over and go through 2. That's the extended single crochet. So we're going to do that again. We're going to go in the top of the stitch, go inside and out the back, picking up that third loop. We're going to draw a loop, yarn over, go through just 1, and then yarn over and go through 2. Go in the stitch, draw the loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2. And that's literally it, my friends. Once you get the hang of it, you'll develop your own little rhythm to it. just like that. So continue doing that, my friends. 60 stitches for the round, extended single crochets, okay? So I'll see you at the end of the round. Okay, friends, so I just finished round 7. I'm back here at the beginning. See that little stitch right there? So we want to make sure we're not going into that, okay? So to close the round, we need to go to this stitch right here, okay? So we're going to insert our crochet hook into that stitch, drop a loop, slip to close, and there you have it, okay? So for round 8, well, let's chain 1. For round 8, we're going to go back into the stitch we just came out of, where that gap is. We're going to do a half double crochet. We're going to do that in every stitch of the round. We're going to pick up the front and the back loops. Every stitch of the round. 60 stitches, half double crochets for round 8, okay? So continue doing this, my friends, and I shall see you at the end of round 8. Okay, friends, so here I am at the end of round 8. This is kind of what we're looking like so far. I love this yarn. It's my first time working with it. Cakes Splash from Ice. It's nice and thick. Anyway, so to close off the round, what we need to do is go into the first stitch of the round, not this little itty bitty thing here, but this one. So we're going to insert our hook into that stitch, drop a loop, slip to close. Okay? So for round 9, let's chain 1, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a double crochet in every stitch of the round, starting with the stitch we just came out of, right there. So we're going to go ahead and do a double crochet in every stitch of the round, just like this. And I shall see you at the end of round 9, all double crochets. Okay, friends, so I just finished round 9, all double crochets. To close off the round, we need to insert our crochet hook into the first stitch of the round, drop a loop and slip to close, chain 1 to start round 10. So for round 10, we're going to do a series of front post and back post crochets, okay? So we're going to start with the front post right here. This is the chain 1 and that's the double. So we're going to yarn over, go down and around both of those, drop a loop, yarn over, go through 2, very carefully, yarn over, go through 2. Now this next stitch is going to be a back post. So we're going to yarn over, go in the back, around, drop a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. The next one's going to be a front post, just like this. And then the back post, yarn over, go in the back and around, just like that. And we're going to alternate front, back, front, back, front, back, all the way around. 60 total stitches of the round. And it's fairly easy once you get the hang of it. Just like that. Continue doing this, my friends, and I will see you at the end of the round. Okay, friends, so I just finished round 10. It was a series of front post and back post double crochets, and this is kind of what we're looking like right now. It's nice texture there. Okay, so for round, well, first let's close off round 10. So we're going to skip over this little itty bitty thing here. We're going to go right into the top of that stitch, drop a loop, slip to close, and chain 1. So what we're going to do now is literally repeat round 10. So if the stitch was a front post, we're going to create another front post. If it was a back post, we're going to do that again. And we're only going to repeat this just this one time. So it's going to be a total of 2 stitches like this, or 2 rounds like this rather. Okay, So we're going to go around one more time for round 11, front post and back post double crochets. Just going to go ahead and recreate what we just had for the last row. Come back around, grab that back post, make another back post. Okay, front post. So continue doing that, my friends, for round 11, and I shall see you at the end here. Again, it's just a repeat of round 10. Okay? I'll see you in just a second. Okay, friends, so I just finished round 11 here, and you should have ended with a back post double crochet. And so what we need to do is we need to connect to the beginning of round 11 by going into the first stitch of the round, drawing up a loop and slipping to close. Let's chain 1 to start round 12. So for round 12, we're going to do a round of half double crochets in every stitch of the round. Okay? So yarn over, go in the stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through these 3. You're going to do that for every stitch of round 12, okay? Piece of cake. Just like this, okay? So continue doing that, my friends, and I will see you at the end of round 12, okay? Okay, friends, so I just ended round 12 with half double crochets for the entire round. It's looking so nice so far. So nice. Okay, let's go ahead and connect this round. So let's go ahead and go into that first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, slip to close, and chain 1. Okay, so what we just did for round 12 is literally what we did for round 6. So I'm going to walk us through another repeat of rounds 6 through 11. Okay, so round 6 is completed. So now round 7, well, for us it's round 13, but for round 7 what we had was the extended single crochet. So what we're going to do there is we're going to do the same thing we did for round 7. We're going to go inside the stitch and pick up that third loop, just like that. Okay, we're going to draw up that loop, yarn over, go through 1 loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops. And we're going to continue that, just like how we did down here. Okay? So let's go ahead and go inside the stitch and out the back. Draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2. Go in the stitch, out the back to pick up that third loop. Draw up the loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2. So continue doing that, my friends, for round 13, 60 stitches, extended single crochet in the third loop. Well, we call it in the third loop, but we're picking up the second and the third. Okay? So just continue doing that, and I will see you at the end of round 13. Okay, friends, so I just finished round 13. What we want to do is go into the first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, slip to close, chain 1. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a round of half double crochets. So we're going to do half double crochets, and I think what we're going to do with that is, let's go ahead and do it in both loops this time. So yarn over, go in both, just like that. Instead of the third loop, we're just going to do it standard, just like this. 60 stitches, my friends, is the magic number. Half double crochets for round 14, just like this. Piece of cake. I shall see you at the end of round 14, okay? It's going to look like that. So nice. Okay, friends, so I just ended round 14, round of half double crochets. This is where I ended at, 60 stitches. And we need to close off the round by going into the first stitch, drawing up a loop, slipping to close, chaining 1. And now for round 15, we're going to do an entire round of double crochets. So yarn over, go into the stitch we just came out of, drop a loop, go through 2, go through 2. And that's the double crochet, my friends. And we're literally just going to go to town and do an entire round of double crochets, okay? Just like that. If I'm going too fast, hit the gear button and slow me down. But yeah, just double crochets for this round, okay, my friends? So again, 60 stitches, round 15, double crochets, just like that. And I'll see you at the end of round 15. Okay, friends, so here I am at the end of round 15. We had an entire round of double crochets. So what we're going to do is close off round 15 by going into the first stitch, drawing up a loop, slipping to close, and chaining 1. So let me make a bunny ear just like that. Let's take a quick look at our progress so far. Super nice. It's lots of texture. It's very soft and squishy. So nice. I know I said this already, but I really like this yarn. Okay. Let me fix this. There we go. Okay. So for round 16, we're going to repeat what we had for round 10. And that's going to be a round of front post and back post double crochets. So in between my thumbs is the chain 1 and the first stitch of the previous round. So we're going to start with a front post double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go around the chain 1 and that double crochet, just like that. We're going to yarn over, go through that stitch like that, go through 2 very carefully, yarn over and go through 2. So that was the front post. Now we got to do the back post. So let's yarn over, go around the back, around the stitch, and just follow suit with a regular double crochet, just like this. Okay, and then a front post double crochet, like so, like that. Yarn over, come around and do the back, just like this, and then the front. Okay, so continue doing that, my friends, for the entire round. 1 in the front, 1 in the back, 1 in the front, 1 in the back. Okay, and I'll see you at the end of round 16, my friends. Okay, friends, so here I am at the end of round 16, and to close we need to go into the first stitch of the round, which is right here. We need to draw the loop, slip to close, chain 1. And for round 17, we're going to do another round of front post and back post, just like we did down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and yarn over and literally just follow suit with what is already there. So if there was a front post there, just do another front post. If there was a back post, just do another back post. And just follow suit for the round. So for round 17, you're going to need 60 stitches. It's the magic number. And just follow suit with what's already here, okay? So continue doing this, my friends, and I will see you at the end of round 17. Okay, my friends, so I am at the end of round 17. We ended on a back post double crochet. And so to close out round 17, we're going to go into that first stitch right there. draw up a loop and slip to close, chain 1. Okay, so now for round 18, what we're going to do is a round of half double crochets. So we're going to go into the stitch, well, yarn over, go into the stitch that we just came out of, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 of those stitches. And we're going to do that for every stitch of the round. Just like this, piece of cake at this point. So continue doing this, my friends, 60 stitches for the round 18, and I will see you at the end of the round. Okay, friends, so I just ended round 18, 60 stitches, and we're going to go into the very first stitch of the round to close it. We're going to draw up a loop, slip to close, chain 1. And so for round 19, if history serves us correctly, we're going to go ahead and do an extended single crochet, picking up the second and the third loop in the back there. So we're going to start by going directly into the stitch and picking up that third loop in the back. Okay, so that's the back loop, that's the third loop. We're going to draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2. Go in the stitch and out the back, picking up the back loop and the third loop. Draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2. So continue doing that, my friends, for round 19, 60 stitches. Oops. And I will see you at the end of round 19. Okay, friends, so I just ended round 19. It was a round of extended single crochets. So to close the round, we got to go into the first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, slip to close, and chain 1. So we have 2 more rounds left. Both rounds are single crochets. The first round of the 2, for round 20, it's going to be single crochets in every stitch, picking up both front and back. Okay, so let's start there. We're going to go back into the stitch we just came out of and do a single crochet in every stitch of the round for round 20. Just like that, 60 stitches. And I shall see you at the end of round 20. Okay, friends, so I just ended round 20. It was a round of single crochets. So to close off this round, friends, we need to go into the first stitch of round 20, draw up a loop, slip to close, and chain 1. And now for the final round, for round 21, what we want to do is just do a round of single crochets, but in the back loop, just to give it like a final finished look. Just like that. So for this last round, friends, we're just going to go into the back loop with a single crochet. Just like that. Continue doing that, and I will see you at the end of the round. Okay, friends, so I am at the end of our project, the end of round 21. So we're going to insert our crochet hook into the first stitch of the round. We're going to draw up a loop, slip to close, and we're going to chain 2. I'm going to grab the scissors here, cut a nice decent tail there, and then we're going to pull the hook away from our work, and then we're going to pinch here and then pinch underneath and slide down. It's going to create a double knot there. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to go ahead and sew in our end on the inside here. So let's go ahead and yarn over the eye, feed it through, pinch and do the zigzag technique. And again, guys, I said this before, but make sure you pick up fibers when you're doing this. It actually will hold better, just like that. Let's go back across. And then one final pass. Let's cut off that. Let's go to the center inside here. See the tail? Just give that a tug, nice and tight. Okay, friends. So this is our final product here. So I'm going to go back to the studio and give you guys some final thoughts. So I shall see you back on the other side. Hi friends, so we are back in the studio. We have the finished product here. And let me just do a little quick adjustment. And this is what it looks like, friends. Lots of texture, all the things happening. It kind of looks better at this angle than like under that table there. But yeah, it features everything we spun for. Front post, back post, single, double, extended single, and what was the other one? Half doubles. Now, my dot, my little special twist to the situation, was going into the third loop. So these rows here with the ribbing, that's my little spice to the situation. So yeah, I just did a quick measurement off camera. I'm going to go do one on camera. So from the tip to the brim, we have 9 inches. Right? Yep, 9 inches. And then I'm going to measure this way on my kneecap. So measuring side to side, we come in at 11 inches, which means this will fit 22 to 24 inch heads. So if you need to go smaller, when you're creating the crown, you don't need to do row 5. Just stop at row 4 and then continue on. Okay, that'll bring you in a size smaller. So let's see what it looks like on me. It's a big one. Super nice, all the things, all the texture. So nice. I think it came in this size, like this big, because of how thick the yarn is, friends. Now this yarn is very similar to some yarns that I have in the other room from other yarn companies. I'm going to discuss that in another video. But this is a full 4-weight yarn. It's like an Aran size, which is like the thickest of the 4 weights. And super squishy, lots of fun to work with. It is one of Ice Yarn's new yarns. And yeah, I loved working with this. So I say all that to say, it's not a yarn eater. We did 21 rows, I believe. 21 rows. And I have this left, and it was 225 meters, 240 yards, I believe, give or take. And I have quite a bit here in my hands. So I don't know exactly the yardage that we used. I want to say, I don't know, 175, 180? Yeah, about that. But yeah, so nice. And I just want to recap that the purpose of me doing a series within the series is to literally just highlight my friends. You know, I always give credit where credit is due, but then also too, I like to recognize people who recognize me. Like, we mutually recognize each other as friends, we do things for each other, and this is just my little gesture of saying, you know what, you're awesome, thank you so much for being a friend. So I'm going to continue this series highlighting friends on the YouTube streets and highlighting friends in real time here on the other side of the screen. and just enjoying the process the entire way. And hopefully you guys can ride along with me the entire way. Stay tuned for future episodes because, like I said, this is just the beginning of a series within a series. It's a lot of fun learning what people's favorite stitches are and all that. So, and it's challenging for me because I take these stitches and I have to create something on the fly. So none of this is rehearsed. I spin and I make. So that's fun. So it's been a privilege sitting in front of you guys doing all this. So thank you for sticking around. If you made it this far, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and then of course hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. I go live on Sundays, and I'd love to have you there. So the more the merrier. Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. Same time, same place, right here. And so yeah, that's all I have for this episode, friends. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.